It's been some time since I put out a video. I wanted to give you guys an update. We've added some new features to the software. We had two really good sessions this past summer. They were long sessions. Some of them were grind sessions, but fortunately, we were able to profit in both those sessions. But we were able to learn a lot, and we made some changes to the software. And for those that aren't familiar with the software, um, we have a strategy where we use flat betting. And it used to be a time where we didn't have this profit threshold customization. So I'm going to show you what we changed. I'm going to show you how it used to be and what it is now. So it used to be a time where if the profit threshold was, if the unit base was 10, or the game base unit was 10, then the profit threshold automatically defaulted to whatever the unit size was. And the main flexibility was you could wait. So if you wanted to wait until you had three winning hands in a row, it would then increase. Or if you wanted to wait just for the first hand, it would increase. And what was happening was we noticed that it took at least three wins in a row in order to profit. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you can see here, it shows a return of 60. Banker comes out. Now you're left with 2 units. So that means you had to win three in a row, which is not easy. And if you won two in a row and you lost, you were back down to 0. So that means you had to go back and get another chip. And if you only won one, you are now down -10. Okay. So, or now you're down a full unit. So what we did was we had the profit threshold customized. So now you can put in whatever unit size that you want. So in this case, we do a 2-to-1. Base unit 10, profit threshold 5. So as you can see here, 1, 2, 3. You lose, you still make 2 units. 1, 2, you lose, you're still up a half a unit. And 1, you're only down, I'm not gonna say only, but you're down a half a unit versus a full unit. So that's one of the things that we did change. And incidentally, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Also leave comments, good, bad, neutral. We're thick-skinned over here. I'm a stoic. You can say what you want. I'm cool with it. What we're looking to do is develop an audience. If we have enough individuals that show interest, then what we're going to do is we're going to create a commercial version of the software. But I want to see what type of demand that we have for it before we invest anything into it. So without further ado, I wanted to share with you what we have done. So I have a strategy called multiple mode, and that allows you to play multiple bet selections on the same board. This feature wasn't available before. So the way we used to play on our last 2 sessions, or multiple sessions that we played in the past, but we only had 2 sessions over the summertime, where it's a 4-person team, 2 team individuals will play 2 different bet selections. One might play dominant, the other might play IHG. And where I'm located at, there's 4 studios. I believe it's PlayNet, DraftKings, Evolution, and Azuji. I know Azuji, DraftKings, and Evolution. I think it's PlayNet. PlayNet's recent. We haven't played on PlayNet yet. We use those studios. So one team will use Evolution, the other team will use DraftKings or Azuji. Our strategy is primarily money management. There is really no net benefit. Obviously, if you have a crystal ball or you're some sort of sorcerer or card counting, bet selection will make a big difference. In our case, it's really the money management that's working for us. Now, with machine shuffles, we've seen some anomalies. I'm not going to go into a long discussion about it, but I do agree with some individuals that machine shuffles are designed to thwart certain strategies, whether it be martingale, Fibonacci, avant dernier, banker only. We've seen some really unique things take place. Um, a lot of the boards are 50-50, 35 banker, 34 player. It gets really unique, but I'm not going to get into a long discussion about that. So what I'm going to share with you is how the new strategy works. So MVD, dominant IHG are the primary bet selections that we're using moving forward. MVD is a bet selection I got from Ellis Davis. Dominant is a bet selection that several individuals have used over the years, and IHG comes directly from Isaac. And I have invested in multiple systems over the years. I know people say, buying, system sellers, they just want your money, or if they had something that works, they wouldn't sell it. I disagree. I believe people want to make money multiple ways. And I've had great success with a lot of the strategies, whether it be short term or long term. MBD is the bet selection that I use when I go to a brick and mortar, primarily. Ellis Davis was the one that taught me that back in, I believe, 2015. IHG comes from Isaac. The break, I learned that from Jay Silva. My compounding, I learned that from Donnie Millionaire. What you're seeing in this software is years of investing, coaching to develop a software that really allows the player to not have to think about it. And I've been fortunate to really meet some really great individuals in this industry. And unfortunately, I see, especially on Reddit a lot, how they'll knock some of these system sellers. And, I've learned from all of them, whether it be Cheeto, Beat the Casino, Donnie Millionaire being one of my favorites, Jay Silva, he's stayed relevant for, almost 9 years, maybe even longer. He was one of the first systems I've ever purchased, and I was successful with that for a time being. But further ado, let me show you multiple mode in action. So this is a board that just recently came out around 7 p.m. But when I went for my evening walk before I did this video, and keep in mind, this is not scripted. I'm just doing it strictly off the cuff. Maybe in the future I'll do some more scripted videos. So I know how these strategies work. So what's going to happen is with this particular game mode, it's going to take the dominant of the 2 or even a 3. So 2 out of 3 have to, I apologize. The most dominant bet selection is what's going to move forward. That's what I meant to say. So in order for this to work, you really want to use a odd number. You can do it with even, but it'll cancel it out. So I know MVD is not going to activate until right here. So I'm going to put these decisions in. Banker. Oops, take that out. Banker, player, banker. So now dominant will activate as well as IHG. Now MVD activated, it's going to lose. Banker, player. Now IHG and MVD are going to take the lead. Banker. Now dominance, okay, I apologize. So with dominant, it waits for 3 decisions. So banker, player, banker, its tendency was banker. If it loses on 3 decisions, it will now change to player, which you can see here it did, but it's going to lose. And I have my break at 2. So that means if any one of those bet selections loses 2 times in a row, it's going to stop. So we got banker comes out 5 times, it looks like. So now dominant's going to switch its tendencies, but it's going to go back. They're now all going to start betting banker. I know this already, which they're doing. Player, player. So banker is the dominant, but now players, it's going to change to player. Player. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 1, 2. So only IHG and I apologize. IHG and MBD are going to do this. Banker, player. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, one more. Banker. And there you have it. So in this particular, so we got 40 banker, 32 player. So here you would have, your high would have been around 46 units. You ended the shoe with 38 units. And I'm going to show it to you with the profit threshold at 3 because we don't play at profit threshold 1. I accidentally left that there. So let me show it to you. So profit threshold waits for 3 wins in order or to activate. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this situation, your high would have been 26 units. If you would have played the shoe through its entirety, you would have won 24 units. So there's some other new features I'm going to share with you. In the very near future, we're going to do a series of videos of recorded live play to show you the efficacy of our strategy. I do appreciate everyone's comments. Like I said, please subscribe, please leave comments. We're looking to develop an audience, and if we have enough subscribers and enough interest, we're definitely going to build a commercial version of this software. That's it. Thanks.